Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. Mariana Abelson. A warm welcome to our beloved principal, respected chief guest, my dear teachers and all my friends. Today, we are gathered here for a seminar on getting started and self-motivation by our well-recognized resource person, Dr. Mallikarjuna KH, conducted by the Department of Computer Science in association with the Physical Science Forum and Deccan Hello. Now, I call upon Shushmita to render the welcome speech.
Good morning, one and all present here. I am Sushmita from BCA 5th semester. I extend a warm welcome of today's guest, Dr. Mallikarjuna KH sir, who is the Personality Development Trainer, CEO of Diginet Online India Private Limited. Welcome you, sir. Welcome you, sir. I heartily welcome our beloved principal, Dr. S.N. Venkatesh sir. Your constant guidance and encouragement have always been a source of inspiration for all of us. Welcome you, sir. I warmly welcome Rekha Raichul ma'am, HOD of Computer Science Department. I heartily welcome Netra Michi ma'am. Welcome you, ma'am. I also welcome all the faculty members and students present here. Welcome you, one and all.
Thank you, Shushmita. I call upon Chandrika for profile reading.
Good morning to one and all. I, Chandrika, pursuing my BCA final year. I am here in front of you to read Dr. Mallikarjuna KH sir's profile. Dr. Mallikarjuna KH is an accomplished professional with an M.Tech in computer science and over 25 years of experience in training and development. He has been awarded an honorable doctorate in leadership, life skills, and yoga training. Specializing in personality development, Mallikarjuna has dedicated the past 15 years of working to a personality development trainer for the National Skill Training Institution (NSTI) and Deccan Herald, the leading English daily newspaper. He also runs Designate Online India Private Limited, a company focused on software development, computer training and personality development. His expertise spans various domains including soft skills, leaderships, team building. Mallikarjuna has successfully managed training programs for numerous corporate and educational institutions, consistency achieving the program objectives and contributing to the personal and the professional growth of the trainees. Dr. Mallikarjuna KH accomplished the professional educational background, M.Tech in computer science, honorable doctorate in leadership, life skills and yoga training. Professional experience, 25 plus years in training and development, specialization in personality development. Current roles, personality development trainer for National Skill Training Institution, Deccan Herald, a leading English daily newspaper, founder and director of Designate Online India Private Limited. Areas of expertise, software development, computer training, personality development, soft skills, leadership and the team building. Achievements, successfully managed training program for numerous corporate and educational institutions focused on achieving program objectives and contributing to personal and professional growth. Thank you.
Thank you, Chandrika. Now, let me welcome our chief guest to address this gathering.
Thank you, sir. Okay.
Guys, happy morning. I remember my days when I entered into my graduation. It was in first year of engineering. Naniglu ನೆನಪಿದೆ. I also sat like one of you thinking, how am I going to continue from here? Always remember getting started. Now, how we actually start our journey, the belief that you hold at the beginning of the journey defines the journey. In that manner, today when you're starting the journey of graduation, you also don't know, I also don't know what you are capable of. A very very ordinary chaiwala today becomes the greatest prime minister. If you happen to use ChatGPT, if you happen to use Perplexity, if you know how to use Gemini, if you know how to use Meta AI, ask him who is the most powerful prime minister. As per the world's view, it is Narendra Modi. He comes on the first. You and me sitting here, we are sitting in that place where Narendra Modi set an example and he is still leading from the front. Now, you will have to ask yourself this question. Naan ivattu ee ಒಂದು seminar ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕುಂತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. What is that I can aim off? Nan guri ಏನಿರಬೇಕು? Everybody starts the journey. Even this chaiwala started the journey, but ನಾನು ಚಾಯ್ವಾಲ ಆಗಿ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿ ಜರ್ನಿ. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಡೈ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಚಾಯ್ವಾಲ, ಬಟ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಬಿಗ್ ಇನ್ ಲೈಫ್. ಎ ವೆರಿ ಆರ್ಡಿನರಿ ವುಮೆನ್, ನಾಟ್ ಆರ್ಡಿನರಿ, a woman who lived in the forest, not even forest, a woman who lived in deep forest, a tribal woman, makes up her choice, makes a good start. I am not made to do small things in life. She keeps on motivating herself. What could she find to motivate herself? ಈ ಕಡೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ wild animals, ಈ ಕಡೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ wild animals. It is deep forest. A woman, a girl like you who was in that forest today is the first citizen of India. I am talking about the great Draupadi Murmu. You sitting here, you have a choice to make. You have a choice to make. Will I be starting my journey as an ordinary person and I will die ordinary? That means it is a mediocre life you are living. The choice of birth was not in your hand. The choice of who should be your mother, who should be your father, what should be your religion, where are you going to be born was not in your hand. It's a God's gift. It's a parent's gift. How am I going to die is my choice. ನಾನು ಯಾವ ತರ ಸಾಯ್ಬೇಕು, it is my choice. God could have given you birth as any such living creature. Millions of species are there. You could have been born as a worm, you could have been born as an insect, you could have been born as an animal, you could have been born as a bird. But if God has chosen you to become a human, you are already the greatest selection from those millions of species, and you are given the greatest gift to be born as a human. Now it is your choice. How am I going to live this life so that God should feel proud about myself? Bale. The choice of you living as a human is fulfilled. The way I am going to live this life so good, I am going to make such miracles in this life that you will feel proud. A human life was not wasted. The choice is in your hand. Most of you would be admiring. No, if I need to be successful, I should have a godfather. If I need to be successful, my father should be a successful man. If I need to be educated, my father should be a most educated man. Go and talk to this fisherman's son. who dreamt of being a scientist, and he became a scientist when his own cousins are still fishermen. I'm talking about the great missile man of India who was responsible for this Operation Sindoor. If you are seeing this Operation Sindoor, where a lot of data analytics has been used to appropriately identify where the target is and going and precisely hitting at the target, it was the missile man of India, and it is today's technology. It is today's data analysis which has given such a precise place where it can go and hit it, and every hit was a success. We are living in that particular place today. Blessed are we. The technology is helping us from all the directions. You don't need a teacher, you don't need a college, you don't need anybody else. You have the technology as a resource available for you. You will have to just ask, your wish is my command master, what do you want? The technology is waiting for you to ask this question, your wish is my command master, what do you want? You will have to just release your thought process, this is what I want. When you release the thought process, this is what I want, it shall be fulfilled. Always remember, Clement Stone very beautifully told, if you think you can, you can. If you think you cannot, you cannot. This chaiwala felt and he knew, I am going to make big in life, and he made big in life. This fisherman's son knew, I am not for the fishes in the ocean, I am for the stars in the sky, and he made a choice and he lived by his choice, and today whatever he is, because of the belief, because of the choice. But to believe in that, to make the choice, you require motivation. You can't always have a Jambuanta who will come and motivate you. Assuming if Jambuanta really comes, assuming there is a bear which comes in and it starts talking to you, do you stay there? You will be dead because of the tension. Why? Because you cannot handle such a miracle. So God has stopped doing miracles in your life because we cannot handle. Always remember, the strength that is hiding inside you will be known only when you experiment and explode it. You will have to bring it out. It is a curse. God has cursed us. It was what we call it as a greatest Hanuman's curse. Whatever was the motivation that we had, we earlier did not needed self-motivation. Nam self-motivation beke irlilla. As a kids, you don't need motivation at all. I bring a first standard, second standard kid, or even an LKG kid, I'll make him stand here, I'll say jump. Before I complete the sentence, he has jumped. Why? There is no confidence required for him. He is always confident. He jumps. बाद में देखा जाएगा जो होता है. He never thinks, if I jump, what will happen? If I want you guys to jump from here, you will do research. Why? Because we need confidence. We don't have that confidence. We need motivation. We don't have that motivation. We stopped believing in ourselves. All these miracles that we were capable of doing, we slowly, as we started growing, we started forgetting. Why? It was a curse of an Indra. Let me share this beautiful story. There was this Hanuman. All of us are great Hanumans as a kid. We are fearless. If there is a snake also, you don't know what a snake will do. You allow an LKG, UKG student with some snakes, he will go and hold it in his hand because he doesn't know what fear is. He is already motivated. But for you, you will run away even if a cockroach walks in. Forget about the snake. Now, a person as a child, Hanuman, was fearless. You and me, we are also fearless till certain age. Why? Indra should come and actually curse us. How did that happen? One day it was in the evening. As a child, Hanuman was enjoying being in the garden. One of his friends told, "Hey Hanuman, get me that mango." Hanuman was fearless. He just climbed the mango tree and he plucked the mango and he gave him. One of his other friends told, "Hanuman, I want a mango which is higher than that." Immediately he went higher the branch. The bigger the mango was, he kept on giving. One boy, he was just looking at the sky because the sun was just setting and it looked like a big ripe mango. That small boy told, "Hey Hanuman, I don't want mango." Hanuman again asked, "I know I did not ask you. You asked for whatever mango I will get you." You will get me, huh? Yes. See there is that mango, big one. Get me that. Hanuman looks at it. It was looking like a big ripened mango, and he says, I will get it. He starts flying. The belief that you hold at the beginning of the journey defines the journey. There was not even a slight doubt that he could not catch that mango. He starts flying because of that strong belief system. Energy starts actually amplifying in him. He starts manifesting himself and tries to become bigger and bigger, because his vision was, when I spread my hand, I should be able to pluck the mango. You will spread your hands depending on what I am giving. If I am giving you a small, call it as a small ring, will you open your hands like this? No. You will only open it like this because you know the ring can easily fit in. The ring would be dropped. If I am giving you an apple, you will open up a little more. If I am giving you a pumpkin, you will open up a little more. If I am giving a big balloon, you will open up a little more. And this boy, as an Anuma, he wanted to catch that ripened mango. As he is flying higher and higher and higher, his hand is magnifying and he is magnifying, and everybody knew something is going to happen. They went and they prayed for Indra. Indra comes and he is also not able to stop him. He wanted to stop, he just flied away. Because his vision was very clear that that is the mango I want. My friend has asked for it and I shall pluck it. If I have plucked the first, second, third, fourth, fifth mango, I shall pluck that nth mango also. He's flying and flying and flying, and he knows he is going to get it. Very, very confident. That is when Indra hits him very hard and he curses him. Let all kids forget what their inner strength is, and then onwards we wanted what is called as self-motivation or motivation from somebody. I'm low in confidence, I need to build up. What will I do? I need motivation. Right now there is a choice. There is a seminar, and if you don't want to attend a seminar, there is another place where you can go, you can freak out. Now the choice has to be made. You need motivation to self-motivate yourself and push yourself into this all. But you don't need motivation when you're going to another place. Why? Anything that is pleasurable does not require motivation at all. Anything which is painful requires motivation. So you need to know that I need to motivate in all the painful activities. What are the painful activities? Getting up early in the morning. Is it painful? Yes. Few of you do not want to get up early in the morning. Why? It is a painful experience. But sleeping is a pleasurable experience. You every time make a choice. I want pleasure. I want pleasure. And when you keep on running behind the pleasure, know this rule of God. Initial pleasure will give you permanent pain. And initial pain will give you permanent pleasure. A beautiful lesson. If I know I have a choice right now, attending the class, going out. I have a class choice right now. There is a seminar, I'll have to prepare for the seminar, or I'll have to go out and play. There is a choice right now. I have an assignment given by my teacher. I need to complete this assignment. I have a movie to watch in Netflix. Everywhere, if you know that the choice what you execute gives you pain, please do it. Why? That initial pain will give you permanent pleasure. And anything that is now pleasurable, please don't do it, because that initial pleasure will give you permanent pain. This is how the law of life is. God plays this beautiful game just to test whether you are ordinary or extraordinary. What is the difference between ordinary people and extraordinary people like Modi ji? Was he an extraordinary? No, he was just an ordinary person. But he made a choice of always which gives him pain. Draupadi Murmu, a very ordinary tribal woman. Much more ordinary than you and me. Because she did not live in a city. She lived in the forest. But every time when the choice was there, she took up a painful choice, and that painful choice consistently taking, today she is the president, enjoying the pleasure. So you in your life also have a choice to make. Every time. when you're given a choice, remember your future will lie on the choice that you make today. If a chaiwala has become the prime minister, every time God gave him a choice, he chose the choice that could take him to become a prime minister. Every time this fisherman's son was given a choice, he took up the pain to take up that painful choice because he knew that painful choice can give him a future. So you and me today, starting this academic year, we should know any great leaders, any great billionaire, any great crorepati, any great scientist who has started his journey, he has started the journey in the place where you are starting. The same Sheshadripuram College has given scientists. The same Sheshadripuram College has given such millionaire graduates who have become very successful businessmen. So there is always that it is possible. All of you should remember, there is a beautiful saying we always say, where there is a will, there is a way. Can you all repeat? Where there is a will, there is a way. Once again? Let me rephrase it. There is always a way. Do you have the will? From the same Sheshadripuram College, people have become IAS, IPS officer even after completing BA, BBA, BCA. From the same Sheshadripuram College, people have gone to MCA and they have become actually business owners. I know a lot of my friends. The college which used to be in the South Bangalore, Jainagar, today this is the second campus. So there is always a way. Do you have the will? That will is a choice that you will have to make right now. There is a will. There is a way always. Whether you have the will is a choice that you will have to make. A chaiwala can always become a prime minister. But do you have that will? There is always a way. A Draupadi Murmu, a tribal woman can become a president. There is always a way. Do you have the will? A fisherman's son becomes the greatest scientist, the missile man of India. There is always a way. Do you have the will? I don't deny college dropouts don't become successful, but at the same time, I don't claim and say you will have to be a college dropout to become a successful. No, even the college dropout Bill Gates who became successful, he told himself that a college going would have helped me to become a better businessman. So again, I'm telling you, every choice that you execute, you will have to ask yourself this question: is this choice giving me a pain? Then please do it, because that pain can give you permanent pleasure. If this choice is not giving you pain, if it is giving you pleasure, stop doing it, because down the line there is definitely a permanent pain awaiting. So today we are going to look at how did a lot of people become so successful? How were they able to start so good? How they were able to always stay motivated? Because it's not one day. They will have to be motivated day in, day out. Otherwise, a chaiwala can never become a greatest prime ministers of the world. He is one among the top greatest prime minister of the world. It's not easy. But how was he always self-motivated? These are few aspects that we will be looking at. What is self-motivation? Sometimes we are down. Life throws us a lot of challenges. Savillada maneyalli sasuve ataramma. Not possible. There is always a sorrow lying in everybody's home. There is always a down which is lying in everybody's home. So when you are down, how do you motivate yourself? First, let us understand there is no place where you can find there is no failures at all. There will always be failures. Are you good enough to accept that failure? It is okay to fail. What is not okay is to give up. I'm okay to fail, but I will not give up in my life. This has to be your strong will. Come what may. Let me share this beautiful story, because all of you should know to become successful, you will have to fail multiple times. But what is the one thing that you will have to follow? If I fail also, I will not give up. There was this Udupi man. The story goes something like this, because it needs to be strongly in us. Most of the time our motivation is low or our confidence is low because of the past failures. If yesterday you would have failed in a particular event, If the same event is going to happen today, you won't be filled with confidence. You will be demotivated. You need motivation. Why? Because yesterday you have failed. But yesterday, if you were very successful, today you don't need motivation because you are already filled with lot of motivation. You are ready to go and play the game. You are ready to go and face the test. You are ready to go and face the interview because you know last 3 interviews you have hit and every interview you got selected. Every interview you were the topmost. Every written test you were the topmost. If the teacher announces one more test tomorrow, do you think you will fear? No. Your motivation is high, your confidence is high, you go and you say, I am ready, ma'am, with a smile in your face. But if yesterday if you would have failed, you need what is called as motivation. Let us try and understand. In personality development, we call it as Sapt-Vada concept. Can all of you repeat it? Sapt-Vada concept. 3 times. Sapt-Vada concept. It is called as 7th Vada concept. It so happened a Udupi engineer who had completed his BE in computer science, he has got an interview call from Infosys. He was very confident that he is going to get the job. So he had made a personal commitment telling, until and unless I get an offer letter, I will not even sip a glass of water. He had made up his mind. He travels all the night from Udupi to Bangalore. And the interview was early in the morning at 7 o'clock. He goes early in the morning at 7 and the interview starts first round, second round, third round, fourth round. By afternoon 2 o'clock, he is shortlisted and the offer letter has reached us. He was so happy because the offer letter is in his hand and he says, now is the time for me to reward myself. So he is looking for a hotel to have something. He comes out, he thinks he's a smart man, definitely, because if he has got a job in Infosys, he is the most smartest man. So he comes and he's searching for a Udupi hotel. After asking 1 or 2 people, they told there is a very good Udupi hotel, you get very good vadas there, you go. And he walks around 3 kilometers and he finds a small shop, but the shop is overly crowded. When it is overly crowded, you definitely know that the items there are very good. So he goes up to the counter, the owner himself is sitting, he talks to the owner and he says, sir, do you have the best vadas in Bangalore? He says, yes, our vadas are best in Karnataka. Okay, sir, what is the cost of each vada? He says, each vada is 30 rupees. Okay, sir. Sir, do you give anything along with the vada? Yes, sir. We give chutney and sambar. He again makes sure, do you charge for chutney and sambar also, sir? No, we don't charge. That is given free of cost. Any clarification? Have it clarified. So he goes and he sits. And before he could start, he comes again to the counter and he says, sir, does your vada satisfy my hunger, sir? He says, 100% it will satisfy anybody's hunger. It will satisfy anybody's taste. Nimge satisfy agline anta kaasu kodbedi ನೀವು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ sir. He comes, he sits. The owner orders 1 plate vada kodi. So 1 plate vada comes and along with the vada, a chutney and sambar, he breaks the vada into 4 pieces, dips it in both the places, vada and sambar, and has it. At the end of it, he looks at the owner and says, very, very tasty. And he says, stomach not full. Owner was happy. Inno plate vada kodi. 1 more vada comes. So he completes second vada. Again he looks at the owner and says, very, very tasty, but stomach not full. Then the third vada comes, fourth vada comes, fifth vada comes, sixth vada comes. Then he's still angry. Then the supplier comes. Sorry, but the owner is having that confidence. You need on 1 piece tin bidle. On making the free age vada kodbirtina. Not possible. His stomach is already full. How many times will you fail? God looks at you and he says, enough, next is success. How many times will you fail? You did not fail, you did not fail. You need not fail at all. But there has to be some number of failures. That's how life is. If life is given completely with success, you will never enjoy this life. It has to be filled with success and failures. So the owner is very confident in one day plate vada tinnadu kotbidi. So 1 more plate vada comes, owner has already made the bill, 7 into 30, 7 ones are 7 2s are 14, 7 3s are 21, 210 rupees. The bill is already ready. He gives the bill also and he's sensitive. He gives one more plate vada. He also passes on the bill. This Udupi man, he breaks the vada into 4 pieces. He takes the first piece, dips in sambar, dips in chutney, and he has one gulp, and it is already here. He could not eat even one more piece. So he knew that is his capacity. Very happily, he takes the bill, he folds the bill, he puts it into the pocket, and he comes. He pays him 30 rupees and he is leaving. As soon as he is leaving, he holds him, the owner. Sir, 210 bill pocket ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ sir, ನೀವೇನಂದ್ರಿ? Your vada can satisfy my hunger. ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಹೌದು sir. But first vada did not satisfy my hunger. Second vada also did not. 7th vada, it could satisfy my hunger. 7th vada ನಾನು ಫುಲ್ಲು ತಿಂದಿಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 30 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ನಾನು ಬರೀ 10 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ನಿಮಗೆ. We will stop the story there. You and me, we know the success of the nth vada, that is the 7th vada, is because of the failure of the 6 vadas. Many a times in your life, people who are doing Bachelor of Arts, people who are doing Bachelor of Commerce, people who are doing BBA, people who are doing BCA, you students should know that failures are tend to happen. It is just an event. Wait for that success to hit you. Wait for that success to strongly, very strongly hit you. But do not give up until you taste that success. That has to be your activity, because you know ahead of multiple failures, there is always a success. There is no such businessman, there is no such successful man who has for the first time become successful. There will always be failures. Chandrayana 1 was successful, yes. Chandrayana 2, there was no motivation required. Because of the success of Chandrayana 1, all the scientists were very confident that Chandrayana 2 is going to be successful. But yes, Chandrayana 2 was the 6th vada. It failed. But it was completely a failure? Not at all. The soft landing did not happen. Some data mishap has happened and the soft landing could not be done. Yes, the entire project was not totally successful, so let me not consider it as totally failure also. But to start of Chandrayana 3, there had to be motivation. From where did that motivation come? It has to come within. Jambuvanta cannot come every time and say, Hanuman had completely forgotten what his strength was. And the moment comes when people are looking for who is going to fly to Sri Lanka to find out if Sitama is there. Everybody is searching. Will you jump? Will you jump? Can you fly? Can you fly? Jambuvanta comes to Hanuma. Hey Hanuma, come here. Yes. Whom are you asking? Can you jump? Can you jump? Can you jump? Do you know? You guys sitting here, you're capable of actually jumping 3 times more distance than this. And you are capable of actually doing 3 times more. Why are you asking who can jump? You. Then Hanuma says, is it me? Yes. Yes, a motivation is required from the outside world. But how long will you keep on getting motivation from the outside world? Who is going to motivate Tendulkar after he has hit 60 centuries? After he has hit 70 centuries, who is going to motivate him? Because there is no benchmark at all. Nobody has not even touched 60, forget about 70. So he was a benchmark and he was a motivator to himself. Every time he stood in front of the mirror, he told, oh Tendulkar in the mirror, you're 69 centuries. I'm going to back. I'll come become better than you. I'll be the 70th century Tendulkar. Yes, he failed multiple times. But he self-motivated himself to see to it every day, every match. He started with that one run, the first run, with that 0 as a beginning. He had to motivate himself to say, nothing less than 100 should be my achievement today. Nothing less than India's win should be my achievement today. And that motivation is required. You will have to self-motivate yourself. You cannot always expect anybody to come. Because as you grow higher and higher, people would come under you, under the influence of you, and you would be that umbrella. A day would come when you would be an husband. You expect your wife to motivate you? No. You should be that motivating factor for your wife and for yourself and for your aged parents. You will have to play that role. The moment you become a father, You will have to play that role. You should be that motivator. You should know how to self-motivate yourself, motivate your wife, motivate your mom, motivate your dad, motivate your younger ones, your younger brother, younger sister, and motivate your team. For that, you should be self-motivated. How does that fire of self-motivation comes? Let us take few examples to understand. It was a very tough challenge for this coach. India lost the final, we call it as a semi-final match against one of the country because of one wrong move made by this coach. Then the coach was very disappointed. He starts drinking, he starts thinking his life is a big failure and he had given up everything in his life. One day, as he was reading a newspaper, there was an advertisement in the newspaper which said, looking for experienced coach who could take Indian hockey women's team to the World Cup and win a World Cup for India. This man gets motivated and he says, I will take this challenge. Look at the kind of work he had to do. First, he had to self-motivate himself. The man who had experienced failure and people kept on abusing him for that wrong move what he did. He had to first self-motivate himself and then he had to motivate these youngsters. It was not easy for him. None of them had a vision. None of them had a goal. None of them had a purpose. None of them could play as a team. Everybody played individually. For people who have watched this movie, you know, every person who played that match here, they played for themselves because they wanted to hit a goal for themselves, not for the team India. And that way what happened, he had to motivate himself first and then motivate all of them, and finally the end result was the first World Cup of women was won under his coach. It is possible. You will have to take that. Next, it is an imaginary story. It was a real challenge for him to bring a team. It was a real challenge for him to make them think that ultimate goal of this entire team formation is the match to be won. Do you know, in this place and in this place right now your teacher is standing? The teacher of your BBA, the teacher of your BCom, the teacher of your BCA, because she knows that this team is not here framed because all of us should go there and eat something in canteen. Is that the purpose of this team? No. Your teacher knows the team that she's framing, a BBA first year student, BCA first year student. Our goal is very clear. Every one of them who completes this 3 years degree, they should land in a goal. That goal is job. So she wants you to have the same eyesight. So she wants you to give first preference to that goal. What is that goal? After completing this 3 years of my BBA, BCA, BCom, I need that 8-figure job. 25,000, you cannot send your son to the same college. I'm talking 25 years down the line. Whatever is your father's condition is, you will have to be 3 times more earning than him. Then you can send your son to this college. Because day by day, the cost of living is going high. So your teacher knows the pain. I know the pain. The principal knows the pain. So as a coach, they want you also to have the same side. I'm asking you, look at that girl who is holding that book about Python, getting them a job of 1.5 crore. You are not looking at the book, you are looking at that girl. And the teacher says, no, not the girl. Look at the book, look at the book. So that is where your focus is going to be diverted. You divert your focus. The arrow which had to hit A, it will hit B. The choice what you make is going to decide what destination. So while making choice, be serious. You will never get a second chance to take up that last choice. You will always get it once and it comes only once. Never give up. Every moment you spend in this college, should be a goal oriented. 3 years down the line, either to MCA. Best college. 3 years down the line, either a salary not less than 40-50,000 per month. That target should be fixed. Ask yourself, 4th year, if I'm not earning 30, 40, 50,000 rupees, what is the purpose for me and what rights I have because I'm using the father's hard-earned money, mother's hard-earned money to complete this 3 years. I don't have any moral responsibility to put my side anywhere else. That is what your teachers are today. They're angry against you, not personally. They want your goal to be achieved. They are strict against you, not personally. They want you to get into that job. Will you pay 5% of your salary to your teacher? No, they're not expecting. College also will never expect. But they want you to fly much, much more higher than what we could. Today is a technological time. You're already beyond so many years. Because the ChatGPT, the Perplexity, the Gemini, when you talk about data analysis, when you talk about data science, when you talk about being a data scientist, everybody sitting in this hall, irrespective of whatever is your academic profession, you still can become a greater scientist and earn lakhs per hour. I'm not talking about per month. You can earn lakhs per hour. My son, who is doing his 4th year in Kharagpur, he's already been offered 1.5 crore CTC. Let me again repeat, 1.5 crore CTC per year. That means his salary is 15 lakhs plus every month. Do you think it's impossible? No. If you think it is impossible, it shall be impossible for you. If you think it is possible, because there is always a way. Can you repeat? There is always a way. Do you have the will? Now re-say that. There is always a way. I should have the will and I have the will. Repeat it. There is always a way. There is always a way. Repeat. There is always a way. I should have that will and I have that will. Repeat. There is always a way. I should have that will and I have that will. If Mallik's son can earn 15 lakhs CTC per year, I should also hit at least 50%. That means 75 lakhs per year should be my target. You fix the target. Did Ginny come and say you this target is too difficult? No. See, what is confidence? What is self-motivation? You are confident and motivation of going and asking what you want. Go up to your teacher, ma'am, I don't want to actually get into ordinary jobs. My first salary has to be 1 lakh plus. You tell me what I should do. That should be your target. Believe in yourself. The belief that you hold at the beginning of the journey defines the journey. Start with this belief system. That belief system is very, very important. I think all of you are 18 plus. When Chanakya identified this man, when Chanakya identified this Chandragupta Maurya, he was just 12 years old boy. What was he? 12-year-old. Let me call him as a slum boy. From a poor parents, from a very poor living. The hut was not even 20 by 20. From there, this great teacher, that means your teachers are acting as Chanakya to pick up this Chandragupta, a 12 to 13-year-old boy, and making him not a king, making him an emperor. An emperor is the one who has multiple kingdoms under his umbrella. So for you to reach that particular stage, look at the self-confidence you should have. What kind of confidence should be there in you? What kind of motivation should be in you? You should sometimes ask your teacher, ma'am, from where do you get this motivation? We are so disturbing to you, but still you come to the class forgetting everything. You take the class with so much of conviction, expecting that this class is going to be the best class for the students. Great, ma'am. That motivation is your teachers. And look at this Chanakya to challenge his friend and say, I will bring an ordinary man or an ordinary boy and make him an emperor. Don't have a or that kind of proudness that you are a king. I'll make an emperor who will have multiple such kings. And that was Chanakya. Your teacher is working here like a Chanakya. They want to build a Chandragupta out of you. But if Chandragupta does not actually allow the trainer to sculpt him, I cannot bring that beautiful sculpture. Not possible at all. Allow the teachers to hit you. Allow the teachers to bang you any number of times. Only then a rock could become the greatest sculpt and people will start worshipping you. So this place, a college, a Gurukul, is a place where you have multiple Chanakyas for every subject and they are here to sculpt you and bring a Chandragupta out of you. But to become the Chandragupta, you should have that energy of Chandragupta. You should have that kind of a faith. You should have that kind of a conviction. And day in, day out, you should live out of this conviction. So that the end result is, you are also going to hit that dream job. You are also going to hit that job. And that comes not easily. Everything comes with lot of hard work. Nothing comes without hard work. Let me give you a simple example what I mean by hard work. See, most of the time when we look at ourselves, how do we actually project ourselves what is hard working? Sometimes we say, if I have studied 4 hours a day, for 5 hours a day, sir, you are sikkapate odbitini, sir. Andaga, oh, you know, sikkapate odirbeku. We also feel, na? Sikkapate assignment your teachers have given and you have read too many things. How many hours did you study? 2 hours, 3 hours. Let me tell you how IITians study. This is my son who studies 12 hours non-stop. 12 hours non-stop. One period extra ತಗೊಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಟೀಚರ್ ಅನ್ಬಿಡ್ಲೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಸ್ಯಾಟರ್ಡೇ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಯು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ನಾ 4 hours ಇರೋದು 5 hours ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ಲಿ ಲಂಚ್ ಅವರ್ಸ್ ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಈಗ ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಅರ್ಧ ಗಂಟೆ people would have physically been sitting here but mentally their mind will be running. Today is Friday, Netflix has got any new releases? Today is Friday, is Dharmasthala new Burdays have come? Because your focus is not here. Your teacher is trying to bring the focus here. In Pushpa 2, Who Antava was the best song. Rajni sir's one more song was there, na? Which is that? See? Python, can you tell me a program which is the best in one line? Which is the best, ChatGPT or Perplexity? Why? Because usme songs are more. Okay, beautiful. What is hard work? 1 hour extra assignment. Why do teachers give you assignment? Teachers give you assignment because they want you to work hard so that you can reach that destination. 1.5. Look at the timings. 3, 4. He's a topper in IIT Kharagpur. He's in 4th year. It's recording? It's 7 o'clock. 8, 9, 10. People would have gone for Susu at least 10 times by now. 11. And that is not comfort of his room, pa. It is a hostel in IIT Kharagpur. A sign of relief. Syllabus at 12:45 a.m. He started early morning at the 4 o'clock and he studied till 12. And today, I am proud of him. Definitely I am proud of him. And you are also capable of doing much more bigger things than you. Please believe in yourself. The belief that you hold in the beginning of the journey defines the journey. Please believe in yourself. See, where is self-motivation required? Self-motivation, look at this man who takes up this choice when he knows these Britishers who are ruling India, they are not going to actually be Ahimsawadis. Definitely yes. But he makes this promise, come what may, I am going to fight these Britishers and my motivation is Ahimsa. The only weapon I am going to use is Ahimsa and he is capable of doing that. I am telling you, if you decide you want to, each and every one of you sitting here can do that miracles. All of us are born to do miracles in our life. Only thing is, when the choices come, we don't take the choice out of conviction. What we do, we take choice out of convenience. See, two words are there. What is that? Conviction. What is the one more word? Convenience. Convenience is pleasurable doing. Conviction is, it is raining, I have a class, I will still go on time, come what may. That is conviction. Tomorrow there are 3 assignments to be submitted. Conviction is, come what may, I will sit late night till 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, I'll complete all the assignments and only then I will go to the college tomorrow. This is called as living life out of conviction. So there are always a two choice. Do you want to live life out of convenience, or do you want to live life out of conviction? The choice is yours. So in the same manner, this lady who came in an exchange program, she was able to start not 1 or 2 hospitals. She has a missionary of mission which has started a chain of hospitals all across the globe. Look at her confidence, look at her self-motivation. She wanted to help every poor woman living in the society. To help that every poor woman living in this society, she took that conviction, come what may, I am here ready to help as many people as possible, and she was capable of doing that. Why? She had that one devotion, come what may, helping the needy is my ultimate goal. Whether you want to reach that chaiwala success, whether you want to reach that tribal woman success, whether you want to reach that fisherman's son success, or whether you want to reach this teacher's success, the conviction has to be yours. You will have to decide right now, if I have decided, I can always do this. That is what we call self-motivation. Very, very important. So, where is the self-motivation required? Let us understand this concept. Sometimes when our motivation is down, for what reason our motivation is down? Self-motivation is always required when I don't have strong goals. When Chandragupta Maurya was given a goal that you need to become a Chakravarti, he tells it on day 1. In Check the India, the entire team, he had made it very clear, we are not going to play the semi-finals and come back. We are going to go play, win the World Cup and then come back. When there is a set goals, you don't need motivation. When there is no such set goals, you need motivation. The very reason why I told you your target has to be 1.5 crore CTC per year, because if you set the target, you have a goal. When your goals are there, you don't need self-motivation, you are always motivated. When you are goalless, without clear goals, when you are actually leading this life, you will always find that you need motivation. You should set goals. In this particular subject, I should be the first. When you set goals, your interest is always to read that book. Your interest is to always actually work on the papers of the previous year of that particular subject. Why? You have already set goals. Very important. And the second important is, self-motivation is required. Again, as I told you earlier, in all pleasurable doings, you don't require self-motivation at all. Like things like sleeping, eating, watching TV, movies, you don't need motivation. Where motivation is required? For all the painful doings. But I have again told you, the painful doings only will lead to permanent pleasure. Studying, exercising, writing assignments, classes, reading, exam, all this. This is where motivation is required. You will have to work towards this motivation. One more, where is self-motivation required? Self-motivation is required when you are executing something out of the comfort zone. To sit there and then actually listen, it's a comfort zone. The moment I say, after the class, every one of you should come here, you should say one such point which you liked about this class, that is an uncomfort zone. You are not ready to go out of that uncomfort zone. So always challenge yourself every day before going to bed. Do an introspection, check yourself from morning till evening. Neeve one prashne madkodi. Today did I do anything out of the comfort zone? Did I go stand on the dais, speak something? Did I go talk to the HOD about a particular doubt what I had? I sat in ma'am's room, I got it clarified. It is not a comfort zone to sit in ma'am's room and get it clarified. But you wanted it. Ma'am was in a hurry. Ma'am, I don't know, ma'am. I have 10 minutes. You need to explain me this answer. She will be ready to do. But can you dare to go and do that? No. Why? You don't have that conviction. मुझे इसका आंसर आज ही चाहिए. Today I will have to complete this assignment. Whether it takes 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, or 8 hours, or 12 hours, I should make myself sure and I should have this conviction. Come what may, I shall complete it today. So I will go to the teacher, get it clarified today only. So anything that is done outside the comfort zone, you require motivation. Anything which is done inside the comfort zone, you don't need motivation. And one more, anything that you are doing for the first time, you need motivation. To simply come and sit and attend the class, it's okay. If the teacher says every day each person will have to come, for 5 minutes you should say what I did in the last class. And every day everybody will get a chance. For the first time to come out of that, it's difficult. But you will have to be doing that because it is compulsion. First time you will do actually uncomfortably. Second time you will do again uncomfortably. But the more the experience you have, you will slowly feel motivated. And next chance comes, you will be eager to do it. To change from that place, I am actually afraid of doing it, to that place, I am comfortable to do this. You need multiple practices. That is what I say, nth vada. From that place of eating the first vada, no satisfaction. But the nth vada will satisfy. Which is your nth vada, you also don't know. Today one particular chapter is done. You did not understand. Because all of us do not have the same intelligence quotient. All of our intelligence quotient is different. God does not like in creating duplicates. So you don't know which satisfies your hunger. After reading once, do you think your hunger is satisfied? After reading 10 times, do you think it is satisfied? No. You will have to keep on making an attempt until you become satisfied. So, do not give up, because you should know which should be your nth time. Which is your nth time? His nth time and your nth time and my nth time is different. In everything that you do, please work on this. These are few things what I have already explained. If you have any doubts, I would like to answer those questions. Any doubts? Okay. Anybody has any doubts on self-motivation, sometimes being down in life, sometimes not getting motivated, so sometimes life is upsetting you. If you have any doubts, I can always answer you. If it is not, we will assume that today's session is over. Let me get a big round of applause from you. Guys, learn to ask questions because you will get noted. It's always going to be for positive.
I request all the faculty members to come forward for the felicitation of our chief guest. Thank you.
Or if the teachers have some kind of a uncomfortableness while you are handling students, you can also let me know how to motivate them, how to set an example. Uncomfortable? Yes. Thank you. I'll have to submit it to Deccan Herald. You stand and
Bargo. Look at.
Guys, a small announcement. Deccan Herald has a monthly quiz. Last week, the prize went to Christ University. I was there in one of the session. We were speaking on career counseling for this Dairy Circle branch. It was not this branch. Every week, on certain days, there will be a quiz competition from Deccan Herald. If you would have read the news, you will automatically know what kind of questions could arise, because it will be from whatever is displayed in the Deccan Herald paper only. So those who answer first will get a prize. It will be a 500 rupees Amazon voucher and a small certificate. There is a link which I will actually share. You can always visit this link. It says deccanherald.com/students contest. I'll share this link with ma'am. Please keep trying this link. Whenever the questions open up, please answer the first. It is first come first service, and whoever is the first and who has answered it right, you will get a 500 rupees voucher and a certificate also. A small announcement from Deccan Herald. Yeah,
I request you to maintain